Gold, the new old paradigm of money. What a run. What a wild amount of euphoria in the gold markets right now, and what it might have to say about our crypto bags. Well, I'm going to be breaking down that story, everything going on in the macro scene today. We got altcoin charts, we got hopium, we got a good bunch of stuff to go through here, guys. What was that flash crash about? Oh, it's just a couple points down. If you're talking about today, nothing too serious going on. We'll get to the charts in a few minutes, guys. Of course, answering your questions second half of the stream. A few throughout the stream too, inevitably, but most of them at the end of the stream. So stick around for the good times. Let's go. Classic. What women think men want, what men really want. Yes. Sign the trade deal. Trump and Xi Jinping. The fate of my finances riding on these two dudes making a deal. Also boobs. Okay, continuing. Stocks ripping. Gold shattering reality. The intergalactic top for gold has got to be getting close, man. How long can it keep running like this? I don't even know. It's getting pretty crazy. Crypto, of course, still in a dumpster fire of crap. Chicken genius. Here is your X liquidity. I completely agree, man. Look at these Qs. This is in Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Australia, by the way. Okay. Still not used to streaming while see. I know, Adam. I know. Monday, back to standing. Sending smoke signals from Cyprus. Let's go. Hey, man, what's up? Nice to see you. Watching 2019. Crazy times. Well, what long time to be holding Bitcoin, isn't it? Look at this. This is Sydney. This is nuts. People are going crazy right now. This is Hong Kong. That's another one from somewhere in China. Oh, no, sorry. This is Vietnam. We are seeing wild euphoria on gold right now. Wild euphoria. People are literally lining up for hours. We're hearing that you have to make up an appointment multiple days in advance just to get into an office to be able to buy gold. That's crazy. Silver, of course, absolutely going nuts too. You know, I miss my silver and gold. I was thinking about it. I just miss having it in the safe and being able to hold it in my hand and look at the little kangaroos on the coins and stuff. And I really liked that, the tactile feature of gold. But you know what? I'm not buying gold at $40 to $100 a fucking ounce. I'm going to wait. I'll be patient. Now, maybe it runs to $10,000. I doubt it. It's feeling very euphoric right now, and it feels like we're going to see a rotation from gold and silver into other things in the not so distant future. Now, it doesn't mean it can't go a bit higher. Maybe we go to $4,500 or something before gold tops. But my guess, in 2 or 3 years, we'll be able to pick up gold for $2,500 or something like that again. Anyway, that's a different story. We'll buy some gold later. Okay, I miss it. Shit ton of silver too. 1,000 ounces of silver or some shit, or 1,000 kilos of silver or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, besides the point. Besides the point. Look at this. Did anybody want to buy fucking gold when it was $2,500 an ounce? Now, I was buying a shit ton of gold back in 2022 and in 2023. Unfortunately, I had to sell it to pay down my tax bill back in New Zealand. But hey, that's all taken care of now, so that's fantastic. But nobody wanted to buy gold, and I could just rock up and say, hey, can I buy some gold? Like, yeah, buy some gold. Here's some gold. Boom. Now, look at this. Look at this fucking mania. People are going nuts. Now, when people come and say, Lark, come on, man. No one's ever going to buy Bitcoin at $250,000 a coin. Of course they are. Here they are. There they are, man. It happens every single time. Like, literally, if you're buying gold at $400,200 an ounce, you realize to get a double from there requires gold to add $27 trillion to its market cap. I'm not saying that doesn't happen one day, but probably not anytime very soon. Anyway, I know. Should have sold the Aptos for pay my taxes, man. Steve-O, dude. Hurts, man. Right here. Anyway. Stock futures are up today. Again. Crypto getting kicked in the balls. Classic. Hey, check this out. Gammy chain with some hopium for here. Usually around 90 days between the start of a gold move and the start of a Bitcoin move. We're around 60 days into the gold move right now. Okay, so if history has any kind of rhyming, then in the next sort of 2 to 6 weeks, let's say, give a bit of time on either side, we should see Bitcoin brewing up for a major move as gold starts to actually cool down a little bit. Okay. Bought mine at $1,900. Let's go. Let's go, man. Love it. Love it. China discovered a whole bunch of, yeah, they'll all go to the central bank, you know, that's fine. So if gold's any indicator, and gold's usually a more of a leading indicator to gold, to Bitcoin, right? So then Bitcoin moves brewing here, okay? It's brewing. Let's continue. Tracer with this one, October 2017 dump, October 2021 dump, October 2025 dump. Same setup, same structure. This is the total 3 minus USDT. So that's no Ethereum. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? No Ethereum, no Bitcoin on that. It's just more, you know, altcoin focused. Similar setup, guys. You want another one? This is the others BTC 2021. What do we have? Big fat dump. Huge rally afterwards, lasted for 6 months straight, basically, of altcoin outperformance. Things are looking similar, aren't they? In fact, double bottom, multi-year double bottom. No, I don't know. We're going to talk about that, but regardless, you get the idea. Altcoin sentiment is extremely oversold at the moment. Okay. Joke and sorted. It's the third time Bitcoin has been negative halfway through October in the last 6 years, and all 6 times it ended up green by October 31st. Got a Fed meeting coming at the end of the month, 28th, 29th. So Jerome Powell will be announcing the next interest rate cut in 2 weeks. Probably fuel for the markets. And probably we get the trade deal between the USA and China, or at least Xi and Trump, they meet, they shake hands, they have some tea, they walk around holding hands, whatever it is those guys are going to do, probably very manly stuff. And then they'll get a trade deal worked out. I'm not saying they're going to sign a trade deal on that day, but we'll probably come to some kind of understanding where markets will cool down on any sort of tariff scares. Bitcoin today went down to 108.5 on Coinbase. Other exchanges didn't necessarily see as much sell-off. Yeah, look, as I've been saying, here we go. Came back down to the 50-day EMA, came here, got rejected, bearish underside retest. Currently, the price is struggling to get above that, okay? Yeah, right here. $115,000. That is where the 50-day EMA is right now. That's where the price needs to rally above. Okay? Right now, momentum is not on our side. A few green candles can change all that really quick, though. Okay? Okay. Looks on chain. Looks like Bitmine bought another 104,000 Ethereum worth about $400 million today. Good, Tom Lee. Good. Keep pumping it in there, buddy. ETH, like Bitcoin, very, very similar looking chart. Solana, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, very, very similar looking chart. So for all these, the key factor for me is to get above one of the key 2 moving averages, either the 20 or the 50-day. We have 20-day crosses under the 50 here happening on Solana right now, happening on Ethereum right now, not quite on Bitcoin yet. So now for Ethereum and Solana, the number to beat becomes the 20-day EMA in the short term. Okay, so it's the closer moving average, right? Bitcoin 50-day EMA is up first. Okay, so for Bitcoin, it's $115,000. For ETH right now, we're at $4,200. For Solana right now, we're at $210, let's say. Okay. Okay, continuing. Coin Trader Nick, for anyone asking when crypto, because everything else is running, I already gave the TLDR on what to expect in time-wise. Bitcoin to 125K next week. Let's go, brother. Let's go. 133K by the end of the month. Apparently, the poly market betting markets are giving 10-to-1 odds right now. So if it's a 10% chance that Bitcoin hits 130K by the end of the month. So like say you put in $500 and you're right, then you get $5,000 back. 10-to-1 odds, right? So that's interesting. Don't know. We'll see. A lot of bullish catalysts coming up, but also a lot of bullshit that could happen. That's markets, isn't it? Every bull market climbs the wall of worry, and here we are climbing the wall of worry. 8 to 5K by the end of the month. November alt season up only. December shakeout, profit taking. It's all in the outlook. Cannot be clear by my view. It's very effing hard to make directional calls, both for site timings and prices. You have half right. It'll be very good rest of Q4. Amen to that. What do we got over here? Open up Bitcoin long today, $111,000. Magically did not get shaken out on the pullback earlier. A couple $100 in profit currently. Unrealized, of course. Let's see. Hopefully we can get a little move here on BTC and then lock the stop in at break even. We'll see how it goes. Guys, want to join me trading over on BitUno? Because there's a link down below here. Okay. Go check it out. No KYC, no VPN available to anyone, anywhere. That's you. That's you, man. And guess what? When you start trading over there, it's never been a better time to trade over there. Deposit $2,000, get $400 back. 5,000, get 500 back. 10,000, get $700. $700 cash back, man. Crazy trading bonuses as well. Plus, we're giving away $1,000 every live stream. Today's live stream. Here's all the potential winners we have in for today. Oh yeah, we had some more rows there. Around 2,000 people on the giveaway. Scroll back up here. There we go. All right, there we go. 2,175 people in the giveaway today. Grok. Oh my gosh. Almost 7 minutes that time, Grok. Jeez Louise. Anyway, we have our winners. Let's give away $500 to 2 different people here. Look at this guy. Put in 20 grand, got his $700 back, and got an extra $500 today. So that's user ID 142571114. Okay. So remember, you have to check your user ID. If you won, your reward will be in there within the next 24 hours or so in your My Rewards Center. Okay. You got to check into My Rewards Center. And user ID 358967134. Oh, did I miss one of the? I missed the number, didn't I? I'll put one too many at the front. Okay, very pedantic here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, this guy put in almost 2 grand. You got to put in the exact number, 2 grand or more. Anyway, besides the point, I think he would have got the $100 bonus, or actually the $200 bonus for the 1,000. To get the 2,000, you have to put in 2,000 or more. Anyway, but you got your $200 bonus, so that's awesome. And you got an extra $500 today. So congratulations to the winner. If you want to be in to win for tomorrow's giveaway, link down below. Go check it out. Okay, continuing. Guys, want to share is the Morgan Stanley just dropped a list of 39 national security stocks. It's basically a cheat sheet for the next decade of U.S. industrial dominance. Screenshot this. Look at it later. Some serious interesting stuff on there. I guess one you can't see down the bottom is Sigma Lithium down over here, right there, just under the newsletter tag there. Sigma Lithium. So that's interesting. There's some interesting names on there. You know, Energy Fuels has been a very popular stock recently, and United States Antimony's gone up. I don't even know, man. It's up 1,500% this year or something like that. Some of these stocks have gone absolutely bonkers crazy, but that's interesting. This is Morgan Stanley's watch list, basically, of stocks. And there's a lot of cool shit going on. And I tell you this because, like I said, we need to start talking about stocks and stuff more. Like, I invest in a lot of stocks and stuff on the side, but there's been so many crazy opportunities. Well, the altcoin market's basically been just the giant pile of steaming crap. So we need to talk about a few of these things a little more often. And of course, we're going to start talking about this stuff more in the newsletter and in the Discord too. So, you know, keep an eye out for that stuff there as well. Renaissance. We cannot begin the parabola until we've liquidated the vast majority, and those who survive, we must drive them insane. Ha 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 ha. Jim Cramer's posted crypto bearish on crypto twice in the last 24 hours. High value signal. We are going higher. Yes. Yes. Let's go. This is an interesting one that's posted by Global Market Investors here. They said U.S. freight shipments remain at depressed levels. The Cass Freight Index, a key measure of freight volume, sits near its lowest since the financial crisis. Despite a slight improvement last month, it signals weaker shipping demand and a slowing economy. What's interesting, now, my interpretation of this, it doesn't necessarily indicate a slowing economy. It means we're more likely near the bottom and that there's a lot of upside here, okay? A lot of upside. Huh? Tell me I'm wrong. Now, maybe there's a lot of downside enough. I'm not being bearish enough. This is the great financial crisis and it's going to go down. I think there's a lot of upside here for economic activity to pick back up. Okay. Lark's Discord is fired. Thank you, 0 Hour Dispatch. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Ben Hunt, they're going to run it hot like you can't believe. So Trump administration will set price floors across a range of industries to combat market manipulation by China. Oh my God. It's crazy, guys. Literally, the U.S. government is taking stakes in major companies across the United States. And now this. Plus, they're talking about stimulus checks from the tariffs, man. I mean, come on. This is an interesting one, too. So new data confirms Ethereum is the #1 ecosystem for new developers in 2025. This is from the Ethereum Foundation. It's an interesting statistic here because Ethereum ecosystem encompasses a whole lot of shit, okay? We got Arbitrum, we got Base, Starknet, and Scroll, and all these other things that are going on, right? It's a lot of stuff. A lot of layer 2s on ETH. So ETH, with its entire ecosystem of a massive amount of layer 2s, comes in at 16,181 developers in 2025. Solana, which may I remind you is worth 1/5 of the market cap for some insane reason as ETH, has 11,534 developers. That's crazy. That's actually crazy, man, when you think about it, because Solana leads on so many metrics. I know it's #2 in developers, okay? It's #2 in stable coins and stuff like that, but it's #1 in DEX volumes, #1 in daily transactions and all that kind of stuff, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. That's crazy. Also, hey, shout out to Polygon, by the way. Coming in at #4. Obviously, Bitcoin's #3. Bitcoin doesn't require that much done to it, but Polygon, man, they're still cooking, man. Shout out to Polygon, man. Those guys are just, the market has not been showing any love to Polygon, but they're out there working hard still. Okay, continuing. A couple charts here, then we'll start taking questions from you guys here. So, pump fund, still not pumping, still not looking like that much fun. We do have this very let's say low conviction for me area here of price support. We have hit this 4 times, I guess, including today, again, down here at 0.0036. So yeah, like I said, keep an eye on this one. When the tide turns, when this flips bullish, and we're starting to see the histogram slowly moving back in the right direction, when the MACD flips bullish, when the RSI breaks out beyond the orange line here, this thing is ready to cook again. The price is doing this, but every day they are doing over $1.5 million of buybacks still, okay? That's 50% of the current circulating market cap they're buying back in the next 365 days if they can keep that kind of revenue up. It's nothing to sneeze at. No, Luke, no. Finally took the L on that one, man. Finally took the L on that one. Pengu. All right. Pengu with something happening here. Look, a lot of the altcoins, a lot of the general charts look pretty much the same right now. MACD trending down. RSI not doing too much. 20-day EMA at 0.027. That's where you want to watch for a breakout right now. Okay. That's the key line. Aster. Airdrops in effect. Airdrops happening. Yeah. Want to get it back above $1.50. These guys are doing, look, I don't know how much of the exchange volume is completely authentic. Okay. But if the numbers are to be believed, then their buybacks will be relatively extreme, with 70% of the revenue going into buybacks. So problem is it's not daily programmatic, so it doesn't set this nice price floor. They're kind of saying, well, we don't want people to front run the daily buys or whatever, so we're just going to kind of randomly buy shit tons of our token. Will Elizabeth Holmes launch a coin by December 31st at 20% on Polymarket? Oh my God. I think somebody's bought her account or something like that. I don't know. Lark, you excited about the Meteora launching their coin in the air? Yeah. I mean, one that I definitely did not farm enough. I should have, man. I should have definitely farmed some Meteora more, but I did not. But I think I will still get an an airdrop because I'm a Jupiter staker. By the way, if you are a Jupe holder, apparently they were doing a revision to the tokenomics. They've heard everybody's nonstop complaints about how the Jupiter price action is an absolute dog shit, and it seems that people at Jupiter don't care about the Jupiter token. So they've listened to a lot of that, and it seems like we are going to be getting a pretty big revision to the focus of what's going on with Jupe. So that's good. That's good. Zcash, still waiting, man. We are nearing a bearish crossover on the daily MACD. Now, it doesn't mean Zcash goes to zero or anything like that, but it does mean a retest of, let's say, like 180 becomes a more likely scenario. Okay, so if you're really, really bullish on Zcash at $300, you should be doubly bullish on it at 180 or triply bullish on it if it goes back down to the 50-day EMA at 125. Okay, by the way, if not signed up to the newsletter yet, it's freaking awesome. Go check it out. Link down below. It's free to sign up. Seriously, check it out. Okay, continuing. Let's get a red light hats on. Okay. Hydrate. Got our nice aquapana here. Thoughts on ICP as the caffeine AI? I have no idea what you're talking about with caffeine AI. I have no idea what that is. So you have to educate me on that. I have no idea. But ICP, look, it was one of the top ones by developers over there on the developer chart we were sharing. So I've never been a big, I don't know, can't own every chain, man. And I even feel like layer one blockchain thesis is really struggling at this point, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's a game-changing AI upgrade for them. I hope it is. Be great for your bags if that's the case. The Tennessee mountain water. You never mentioned Tron. It's coming across as solid as Bitcoin and all the dumps we've been having. Yeah, I mean, look, Tron, what, you know, may I just take my hat off momentarily here in recognition of Justin Sun, one of the best ever to play the game. My God, one of the biggest ETH whales in the world, just has this uncanny ability to put himself in the middle of everything all the time. The incredible wealth he's created with the launch of his blockchain is wild. And of course, the big use of Tron has been for USDT transfers, especially in developing regions. Now, will other chains challenge that in the long run? Maybe. Still, though, pretty impressive. Look, I don't know. Layer one blockchains, I'm kind of looking at a lot of them like, man, you don't have a huge difference in value proposition between most of them. Most of them are kind of struggling playing third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th fiddle. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, you think the 4-year cycle is broken? Yeah, I think so. But we still have to prove it. Okay? We still have to prove it. That's the thing. 4-year cycle would dictate that we should be topping around now or anywhere into, let's say, like December. January at the latest, okay? I think we get a big local top within that time, but I don't think that's the top of tops. The macro conditions we're looking at generally support, basically every macro indicator that we look at generally supports the markets going higher for longer, okay? Now, you might say, well, you know, that's just the equity markets. The equity markets might go up, but hey, screw it. Crypto is going to be screwed. It's going to do its own thing, have its own unique bear market, while everything else is just raging to the moon, which recent price action might lead you to think that's going to be the case, but I don't think it'll be the case. I've been holding Near for a few years now. Seems the AI narrative is dead. AI narrative is definitely not hot right now. You know, Near has been one of the leaders in the AI narrative, and the guys over there have done some pretty cool shit around it. Problem is nobody cares, and the Near token is not capturing near enough value for the price to appreciate adequately. That's the reality. Beyond Ethereum, Base, and Solana, which are really the three horsemen right now, we take a big step down to the next blockchains in terms of, you know, users, daily revenue, total transactions, basically all that stuff, right? So let me see here. Let's bring up DeFi Llama here. You guys can see. So Ethereum, we've got 86 billion in TVL. Look, that's just an interesting metric. You can see other things here too, DEX volumes and all that kind of stuff. But just to give you a general idea, Solana 11 billion, BSC 8.7. I mean, Bitcoin, yeah, value locked in DeFi, Tron, Plasma, Base. And it's interesting, right? You really just have a few chains right at the very, very top, and then you just start taking big steps down. Look at Avalanche, geez. You know, Avalanche has got under 2 billion in locked in DeFi, man. And it's been around for years, and they're quote unquote doing good stuff all the time, but yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough for a lot of these chains, man. Let's see if we can look where near is out of curiosity. 150 million. Stablecoin market cap 220 million. That's crazy, man. That is no bueno. DEX volume 24 million. I mean, yeah, this is the thing, is if you're really bullish on the layer one thesis, I don't know. There's probably better bets right now than near. If you're really bullish on the AI thesis, there might be better bets than near as well. Can I recommend you any cryptos to convert into? I mean, I am not here to give financial advice, tell you what to buy. But I can tell you what has been the sort of hottest narratives recently, particularly stuff around what's got buybacks built into it, right? That's one of the reasons why Pump has been very hot. So you have to look, what's getting attention? What are people talking about? What has any kind of sustainable reality in the cryptocurrency markets? There's maybe 100 coins that are quote unquote investable in crypto. Everything else is just a short-term trade. Most of it trends to zero very, very quickly. It's a very dirty market. In terms of looking at another niche, I mean, something like Hype, it's got very strong community, very strong buybacks. Something like Pump's got a very strong community, very strong buybacks. I like Pengu as a meme coin. It's very speculative, mind you, but I think it's got good mind share, stuff like that. You know, so you'll have to decide what it is that you're looking for. Do you like DeFi? Do you like perpetual swap dexes, launch pads? You know, what gets you excited and what gets the market excited? AI has its moments where it's very hot. But what worries me about stuff like, you know, BitTensor or Near is that we had this whole AI rush back in December last year, and most of these coins didn't do fuck all. Just the new AI agents did, virtuals and stuff like that. Good morning from Washington. Do you have any information on Zora? And I don't know that very much about Zora, to be honest, but look at the chart. We can look at the chart because why the heck not? Zora USD. But I don't know that much about it personally. Chart's looking pretty decent. Hey, look at that. I mean, let's just keep it real. Compare this chart to a lot of charts right now. Now look, in July, it went on a mega run. It had a strong retracement on that, but about a 50%, 72%. Man, crypto is so crazy, isn't it? Look at that. Look how fucking crazy crypto is, man. There was going to go up 100, 1,200, actually went up 1,800% and then pulled back 73%. Goodness gracious. Anyway, that's just hilarious. Crypto's hilarious, man. Anyway, currently what is happening? Well, back on the 9th of October, it started taking off. Got back above the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA. We had a bullish crossover on those EMAs back here on Sunday. Okay. That's interesting. We also had, of course, this nice RSI breakout that happened right back here in early part of October as well. MACD trending up, showing a little bit of weakness at the moment, but I'm not too concerned about that. I think it's got a long way that it could still go. You can see where the MACD topped out previously versus where it is right now. So look, obviously the base community is all about Zora and what they're doing. And the chart's looking decent for a breakout right now. So if you're looking to get a position in on that, 7.5 cents approximately is where the 20-day EMA is right now, might be an interesting spot to look at, or wait for sort of a breakout here beyond the all-time highs. You can see there's a very interesting zone right around here. So you can see the price was rejected early August, late August, 10th of October, and well, really yesterday at this sort of, let's say 12 cents approximately. So if the price gets up over 12 cents, that opens it up really to potential move into price discovery, and could be something there. Okay, I'm not trading this right now. I don't have a position, but you know, fair play. I always like when you guys put me onto some interesting charts here. I don't know what to look at. Are you seeing results from the red light hat? I'm not exactly sure, but I keep doing it anyway. The brand, I have no idea. I think I cut the tags off. I have no idea, but you probably find red light hats pretty easily. Hey, guys, let's be nice to each other. Come on. I know the market's been rough. Guys. Okay, we don't need to talk like that to each other. All right. I know everyone's hurting. A lot of people lost a lot of money last week when the leverage unwind happened. A lot of people have been just, you know, it sucks. You try to believe in something in crypto and just you're not getting rewarded for that belief. Stock markets are ripping, gold's ripping, all that kind of stuff. Look, be nice to each other, okay? We need to support each other right now, not try to tear each other down, guys. Let's keep that in mind, okay? Lark watched the Milk Road interview with the guys from Bitmine. Super fun. They specifically speak to Solana's market cap compared to Ethereum. Interesting. Shout out to Milk Road, guys. They got some pretty cool stuff going on. What do you predict for Dogecoin if you get frothy? No, I have no idea. I don't know. Let's have a look at the chart, man. Let's go. Let's have a look at the chart. What's our old buddy Dogecoin up to here? Dogecoin. Here we go. Oh, man, Dogecoin really go down to 8 cents. Yeah, that's wild. Anyway, if we ignore the giant wick there, which I think selectively we probably should, to be honest. Let's just see. Let's see what we can see here. I think you probably line up something like that approximately. Got some decent amount of touch points. Look, the overall trend here has been up for Dogecoin. We're at the lower end of that trend right now, okay? Draw this down like that. Now, if you just want to take it from just here, for example, we don't have to look at the entirety of that. Let's just take it from right about here. And we're going to ignore that leverage wick because honestly, that's just a whole bunch of shit fuckery on the chart there. If you look at this, so we had a high of 48 cents on this. Oh, that's about 38-cent move implied from a potential breakout. Problem is we're currently under the trading under the EMAs, like a lot of coins. Very few coins are having strong momentum right now. So what you need to see for Dogecoin in the short term, you want to get back above about 22 cents, which is the 20-day EMA is right now. Now you might say, well, Lark, I'm going to try to gamble here and catch this ride for about 20 cents currently. I mean, I can see that. Because really what you want to look at here is this bottom line of the triangle as support, which you could put a long in now at 20 cents and put an invalidation in around 17 cents. Not too bad. But if you're even using like 3x leverage, for example, it could be a pretty juicy hit in terms of stop loss. But anyway, leave you guys decide how you want to play that. But a retest down here at like 18.5 cents might be very interesting, or a breakout of 22 cents would probably be more interesting. And of course, the big move will come when this thing breaks out of about 28 cents, which is the top of the triangle here, implying move up to almost 60 cents if that happens. Fascinating. All right, rock and roll. I like Dogecoin. Being in crypto is like being in jail in your place. You can't leave and you're... This isn't a bull market. This is anal sex. What do you think about cash? I have no idea. We can look at the chart, but I have no opinion. Barely. Is that like a cloud computing thing? I think. I don't know. I know very little about it, to be honest. Let's bring the chart up, though. Brutal chart. Absolutely disgusting chart. Look at that. That's been in a downtrend since March 24, man. Like a lot of these sort of AI, GPU, compute, whatever coins. That's a nasty chart, man. I don't even want to tell you there. That's just gross. Not interested. Beware of scammers in the comments. As always, yes. I've got a guy running some software now for the YouTube videos to hopefully try to clean up most of the scammer comments, but it's not going to be perfect. So always just keep your heads screwed on, guys. Can Aster go to 70 cents? Anything can happen in crypto. Anything. So I wouldn't be shocked. Where do you see ZK sink? I don't think about ZK sink very much, honestly, man. I think a lot of these layer 2s are struggling, will continue to struggle. I think a lot of layer 1s are struggling, will continue to struggle because the value proposition is just not there. We don't need to have 100 layer 2s. We don't need to have 100 layer 1s. Just there's no need for them. Between Ethereum and, which is, of course, where the real value flows from all these layer 2s, between Ethereum and Solana and maybe a couple of the other big chains, I mean, they're capturing 90% plus of the users. Don't know. Near and Tau aren't AI techs, but just speculation. Well, it's true. I mean, everything's speculation in crypto, and everything's speculation and everything. Let's put it that way. Look, Near is doing real AI shit, right? They put together a bunch of money to fund a giant language model program with 1.1 trillion parameters, whatever. And, you know, Tau is definitely doing AI stuff, right? The problem is okay, great. Near is doing this big LLM. Fantastic. Well, how do I, as a Near token holder, capture any value from that? You don't. That's the fucking problem. Mark has no clue what's coming. He just makes pointless videos daily. Well, if that's your thought, then what are you doing here, man? I'm trying to bring you guys every day between me and my research team. We're trying to bring you the best information that we can, giving you the latest commentary on the markets, what's going on with the charts, what's the latest market moving news that you need to know about. Is it valid? Is it something to worry about? Is it short-term noise? That's what we're bringing you every day here in the live streams. And for the longer form videos, we are doing our best to bring you heavy data dependent research. Okay? Charts, macro, all that stuff. If you don't appreciate that, anyway. Love these live chats. My man, thank you. Heard of Zeta Chain. Zeta Chain. Yeah, I remember, I think I farmed that for like 5 minutes back in the day and just lost interest. Again, who the hell cares? Who cares? Zeta Chain, like, who's using Zeta Chain, man? Who's using Zeta Chain? Let's see if DeFi Llama's even tracking it. Zeta Chain, here we go. Let's see what this new paradigm as money is doing. Oh boy, it's even worse than Cardano, guys. Oh my God. Zeta Chain, under $10 million TVL. DEX volume, 24 hours, $45,000. No purpose volume at all. No stable coins at all, according to DeFi Llama on the chain at all. Good God, $129 million market cap, which is funny because these statistics are only marginally worse than Cardano, but it's trading at 1/300th of the market cap. Don't do it, Lurk. Don't go down the Cardano rabbit hole. Look, I don't know what the hell a Zeta is. I remember hearing about it back in the day, and I looked at it briefly, and I have had zero interest in it since the airdrop came out. And apparently nobody else in the market gives a fuck either. That's brutal. Those some brutal numbers there, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Shane, what's up, man? Nice to see you back. Start talking stocks more. We will. We're going to be doing some more and more research into that kind of stuff. Hopefully bring you guys even more value with these videos. Gosh, we got to catch up in the chat here. Influencers been saying the Bitcoin's following the M2 money supply by 3 months. Yes, but we've started to diverge from that. That's the problem recently. We started to diverge from that. So that's not fantastic, is it? We need to catch up to that liquidity flow trend. Guns, what happened? Oh, another 50% loss on money invested. Classic crypto, man. Look, the off-the-grid game's great. Looks beautiful. Problem is the token's not really capturing any value from that yet. It's a problem. Until it does, I don't know. And then look, I know they bridged the token over to Solana, but they should have launched on fucking Solana. Launching on Avalanche, I mean, I get it. I get why they'd want to do that, but Avalanche is just not. They keep trying to make Avalanche happen, man, but it's not been happening. That's the problem. There's some cool shit happening on Avalanche too, but you know, I have to even look at myself and what I do. Where do I do most of my economic activity on chain? ETH, Base, Solana. That's it. And I've used a lot of chains. I mean, I've used most of the layer 2s. I've used most of the layer 1s. What's going on with the Solana phone? No idea. No idea, man. Lark, pull up the Brett on Ethereum chart. I'll have a look at him at BTC on Solana, only 21 million Bitcoins on Solana. Oh, is this like some random token that got launched? That sounds pretty scammy. Look, I know that there's been Bitcoin that's been bridged over to Solana, like actual Bitcoin, you know, represented here, real monetary value. I know that there's been a lot of like, I don't know, only 20 million Bitcoins on Solana. That's, if it's just some random fucking token, it misses the whole point. I'll just print a bunch of fucking tokens and call them Bitcoin and put them on Solana. No thanks. Brett on Ethereum. I don't know if you'll be able to copy the contract address from the chat or not. No, I don't think I can copy that. But I mean, yeah, you know, Shane, I'll take a look in a minute here, man. See if I can find the contract address for that. But honestly, some of these things you guys get into, you know, Brett in of itself on Base, the actual one, Brett ETH here. The actual one, $3 million market cap. My God, guys. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What is this random shit you guys are getting yourselves into? I tell you. Like, the Brett, the one on Base, the one that actually did well, has been struggling for a while because meme coins are just not in fashion. And we're going to look at, this is it, Brett on ETH. Okay, here we go. This is a dumpster fire. It's got $4,000 in daily volume. Why the fuck would you buy this? Why the hell would you guys buy this shit? What are you thinking? What the fuck? We're not even gonna look at the chart because it's totally fucking irrelevant. But nobody's trading it. No one gives a fuck. The volume's a few $1,000s a day. It's fucking dead. Now, maybe it has a big comeback at some point. Dude, if that's you and you got the bag and you secure it and it goes 100x, I'll congratulate you. Right now, this thing is fucking dead. Okay, there you go. We looked. Don't ruin this party, Lark. Just telling the truth, man. Anyway. Brett on ETH, let's fucking go. Look, maybe that thing's got more volume on some centralized exchanges somewhere or something. I don't know, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. How do you feel about Sonic? Look, I think the one saving grace that for Sonic could be is when Andre launches his flying tulip thing. How sticky that's going to be remains to be seen. It's really, really hard to get people to move to a new chain and to stay on a new chain. Capital in crypto is super mercenary. They don't give a fuck about what you want to do with your chain or what your dreams and aspirations as a developer are. They want to make fucking money. They want to come in, make money, and that's it. Okay? So, look, Sonic, I think it had some good intentions. It's got great tech behind it. Andre's a great developer. They've got some cool stuff going on. Do not get me wrong, okay? Respect for what they're doing. They've had a hard time maintaining users, retaining users. Maybe Flying Tulip is the thing that shifts the tide. I hope so, for their sake. I'll keep an eye on it. Right now, I'm out, though. Do you have any thoughts on Curve? It was great for the founder. Got himself a sweet mansion in Melbourne and stuff like that, I think. Well played, sir. Well played. Great protocol. Great protocol. Dig it. The Curve protocol, it's useful tech. I've used it many times. The token, What do you think about Andoondo? Andoondo Finance, I love it. It's great. They're doing some fantastic work with some fantastic partners, getting some really cool stuff happening in crypto, bringing stocks on chain, and like hats off to the Andoondo Finance team. They're killing it. The problem, if you're an Andoondo Finance token holder, none of that shit matters to you because you're not capturing any value from that. There's no revenue share. There's no buybacks. Got a governance coin. Guess who controls the governance? Ain't you. It's the team, the VCs. They're the ones who decide what happens on the platform governance-wise. A very, very bullish piece of technology. The token leaves a lot to be desired. And look, it's obviously going to trade on hype, which is what it's done basically so far. But in terms of actual fundamentals that will drive the price higher, I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Please update me if I'm wrong on that. Have you heard about Tibber? Yeah, I have. I have looked at it before. I never got into it or anything, but I know what you're talking about. Silver. Oh yeah, silver's been rocking, man. I miss my silver. I love my silver coins, man. They're the best. It's like having them around, you know. I'm not gonna buy them at 50 bucks an ounce, but I like my silver coins, man. Had I been able to keep them until now, I would have nailed it 200%. But again, I had to switch all those into gold and then had to sell the gold to pay down taxes. Tax man. As the ultimate just F you from New Zealand on the way out the door is like, oh yeah, you want to shut your company down? We'll just pay the unrealized gains on all your crypto there. I'm like, oh fuck. It's a great time. It's a great time, let me tell you. An XRP to $1,000 popped in my YouTube feed. Oh my gosh, people are still living the dream, man. Still believing in the dream. XRP to $1,000. Crypto's at the edge of a cliff. Oh, that's that extreme, you know. But yeah, definitely we could see a little more health come into the charts. But remember, we just had a major traumatic event just a few days ago. Okay, people are gonna need a little time to recover from that. Okay, guys. You know, we're going to finish up there. We've done a lot of great questions here today. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your time. I'm going to see you back tomorrow for the last live stream of the week. Go near $1,000. The guy's a bit Unix. Peace.